welcome everyone to the Craft House. It is Saturday afternoon. It means I'm sitting down and it means that we are coming to your world in the Craft House. I love this show. I really, really do. Debbie Robinson and I have been I've been sat and Debbie's been stood. Sorry, Debbie. Like naughty school children for the last few minutes, just waiting for that 3, 2, 1 countdown. But look, we are coordinated. So when we change shots, should I say, on the camera, we could be brother and sister today, Debbie.
Absolutely, we could. We're going all tropical, a lovely tropical feel this afternoon, Derek. I saw your gorgeous shirt and I thought, I've just got the perfect shirt to match. I thought, yes, and it's a bit tropical up here today. I know it's not tropical outside, but it's tropical inside here. So I thought, yeah, let's change it up a little bit. But I'm so excited. I'm really excited to be on the show this afternoon. Craft House is my favourite show of the week, and I love this. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Special guest galore.
I know.
Gorgeous stuff on the show as well. I'm so excited.
We have got so much for you in the next couple of hours. You are going to absolutely love it. And of course, we like to come to live to your house as well. If you haven't sent us an email yet so far, you need to do it. Send us some pictures of your gorgeous cards to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And what we'll do is we'll pass your emails to our producers who will get in touch with you, send you some lovely goodies, or say the goodies that you've already bought, you fancy coming on the show and making something and crafting it along with whoever's on air at the time. So, on my magic screen today, we are going live all the way to Sleaford in Lincolnshire. And we are saying, hello, there she is already. There is Emma Winters. Hello, Emma.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, very good, thank you. Thank you for inviting us into your home as well. And we're in the dining room, I believe, as well. So just talk us through the surroundings. What's that behind you? Is that family bits and pieces there?
It's the little few knickknacks I have got, because I'm not really a knickknack person, but they're the special ones that are behind the glass there. So yeah.
Now there'd be a lot of crafty stash that could fit in those lovely compartments there behind you. I see. Mind you, we are in the dining room, so I guess we have to, that will come, because you're a relatively new crafter, Emma, aren't you?
Well, I've tinkered with craft for a long time, and I've spent 15 years helping with brownies, so that involved quite a lot of craft.
Yes,
but seriously, since we went into lockdown and I went into shielding, so 4 months really, full time, seriously.
So does that mean a lot of sitting with us guys here and keeping us company then?
Yes.
It's got to be done, hasn't it? It's one of those things, isn't it? Once you start getting into it, it becomes part of your daily routine. But listen, you're in Sleaford in Lincolnshire. Be glad you're not in California, where you have to be with us, or I can't remember whether it's east or west. That has to be with us at 3 o'clock in the morning for the first show, because that would be. I don't know if you're a morning person, but I'm not really, to be honest, especially not at 3 a.m. It's more bedtime than wake up time.
I am a morning person, but not that early in the morning. No.
Now, listen, Emma, what did we send you out of today's show that you're going to be crafting along, and you have been crafting along with the goodies that we've been sending you as well? I
have. You've sent me some of the word dies that are at the side of you there. I got joy, jolly, and merry. So I've been
fantastic.
And then I also got the dies to go with those. So I've got Winter Wonderland, which is the snowflakes, and the festive foliage, which I don't know if you can tell by the colour, but they've had a little bit.
They've been inked up well.
They have, and then lots of beautiful sentiments.
And that's
I've used some of them off.
They're glorious, aren't they? They're massive stamps as well, aren't they? They're real feature stamps.
Yeah, they are, and there's so many. I couldn't believe it. I
know, it's great. It's great, and you've got them on us, which is pretty good to play with, which is good. Now, listen, I know you know our Debbie really, really well, because you two hooked up at, was it last year's Craftaganza, Debbie?
Yes, we did. We saw each other the year before when I actually was attending Craftaganza. Even though I worked in the store, me and Jan took ourselves off up and we met there, didn't we? But last year you came to, because I held my first class there last year, obviously now in the TV part of things. I did my own class and I remember Emma was there with her sister and mum, I believe.
That's right, and
absolutely.
Sister-in-law.
Absolutely, well, a joy to meet you, and it's lovely to see you on here this afternoon as well. And I can't wait to see what you've been making as well, Emma. Can't see and share your lovely makes with everybody.
Thank you very much.
Emma, can I just ask you one more quick question? Because you've obviously seen a few of my shows, and you know how extremely nosy I am. But what is it about crafting for you? What does it give to you?
Well, like I said earlier, the majority of the crafting I did used to be with the brownies, and just helping the girls create things, because they so love making things or colouring things or drawing things. And my sister does it full time now, so I get very envious of what she does.
Yeah.
And she very kindly bought me the Spectrum Noir pens for Christmas.
Oh wow!
Because she let me have a go with them when we came down to Evesham.
That's some sister, isn't it?
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Love it. Very, very good. Listen, just one more quick thing, because we've got business and work and stuff to do and demoing to do with our Debbie. But you know, today is National Relaxation Day. What's your favourite way of relaxing?
It's got to be colouring.
Is it?
Yeah. Once I start with these tri-blends, that's it. I'm lost.
So colour me happy really does apply to you.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, Emma. Well, you're going to be crafting along in the show, and we'll be dipping in and out and coming back to see you every now and again. So we'll let you go on whatever is going to be first for you. So we'll speak to you again a little bit later on, because I want to show you what is in the show today. And we've got lots and lots of goodies. I mean, so many goodies going on. So let's start and have a look at those. Now, if you love your alphabets, and you know I'm a big fan of anything to do with alphabets, I really am. You know, tags are Joe's things, alphabets are my things, because I just think they're absolutely brilliant and so diverse as well. We have got your Make a Statement Stamp and Die alphabet, over 175 elements, which means every single letter of the alphabet, all of your numbers, plus and the ampersand sign. So when do you want to do Mr. and Ms. Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. You can do that, no problem. Oh, he's lost it already. And you also get 10 sheets of royal blue glitter card in there as well. £150, $160. Lots of you have spotted already. And then the embossing folders. So many of you absolutely loving these. These are absolutely fantastic. Nice little bundle on all of those, which is really gorgeous. So you've got the 3 of them are the 6x6 and 2 of the 5x7 folders. So 3 of these are actually your 3D folders. Ornate Christmas tree, snowflake flurry, elegant poinsettia, rustic wreath, deck the halls, and merry and bright. Oh, sorry, I thought you were telling Debbie something, not me. I'm leaning on something which is making it sound a bit weird. Is that better? There you go. It's because it couldn't get the signal to next door. Anyway, £30, $47. Right, where are we going next? Tri-blends. Now, we've got a nice collection and selection of tri-blend packs for you. There are loads and loads of them. They are brilliant. And you notice that the tri-blends, of course, as you know, are 3 colours in one. So what they've done is they curated collections. So things like exotic blends that you see there, coastal blends, which go really nicely with each other there. So go and have a look at the selection. You can shop the show on the website, of course, $17.99 or $26.95, or probably not that price actually, because you're so far up Club Inspire. You probably won't pay that price at all or anywhere near it. Now listen, I'm just going to rearrange my teeth so they start making sense. And in the meantime, Debbie's got some big news. I'm very excited, because the Gold Dust of Crafter's Companion is back in stock.
Oh, finally. I always want to burst into song when I said this, Derek. I just want to burst into that, that really famous song where she goes, finally. That one, I'll not say any more than that. Bet they're back in stock. These are our Dotty tape pens. Now, let me just tell you, 22 feet long is incredible in itself in that one pen. Very, very simple to use. But the clever thing about these Dotty tape pens and why they sell out time and time and time again is because this is perfect for all your intricate dies, all your intricate filigree die cuts you're going to be able to put on, because what this does is it sticks onto the area that it needs to stick onto and attaches super strong, super adhesive, brilliant value for money, and they're back in stock. And I'm so excited. I literally did the biggest, happiest dance when I came through this morning, and Tracy said to me, I've got you a present, and she handed me my Dotty tape pens and my other tape pens as well. But honestly, literally, I did do a nappy dance. I came skipping and leaping back in here because these are a must-have in any crafter's stash. You ask anybody and they'll tell you a Dotty tape pen is the way forward when it comes to die cutting, adhering these filigree die cuts to any of your projects. Absolutely fabulous.
And listen, the reason why we put a pack of 4 together is because you have to buy them in 4s. You can't buy them in 1s because one is never enough. And of course, when you want to come back for the next one, they've all gone. So that's why they have to go out in 4s. And actually, quite often people multi-buy this item, so they often go out in 12s and 16s and 20s and 24. Got to say hello to lots and lots of people who are watching around the world as well. Susan says, Crafters TV, love the Double D's Craft House. Yes, we love it. June says, good morning from hot Southern California. 102 degrees in Anaheim today. Oh, that's too hot for me. Anne says, Debbie, you look lovely. And Em is watching from Australia on Facebook. So welcome one and all. Check in on Facebook if you get the chance. Now, let's look at our floral sentiment dies that we've got for, not the floral at all, are they? Well, they are floral. But they are floral sentiments, aren't they? They're beautiful. They're really, really lovely, but they're Christmas. See, Christmas and floral, you don't often think about side by side, do we? But we've got an amazing collection here. Really, really nice. You've got them all here in front of me. So you've got snow, you've got Noel, there's merry, jolly, joy. You've got your festive foliage stamp there, plus the winter wonderland stamp, and the festive decorations as well. This big bundle that you see here, £47, $62. You want to go and have a closer look at that on the website if you can't see clearly there, everything that's there. Because as well as the big words like snow and Noel and whatever, you've got loads of those smaller little words and sentiments in there as well. It's really fantastic. Next up for you, we're talking the real meaning of Christmas as well. And this is lovely. And this is... Now, how many sets of these have we got? Because this is beautiful. Now, I asked whether the folder was on the show, but I don't think we can have it added to the show. But I think you'll find it if you have a look on the Crafters Companion website, because these are absolutely brilliant. So this is the real meaning of Christmas. And these are giant pages of gorgeous Christmas stamps. Look at these. Emma's got sets of these as well. Now, they've all got different names, the sets, but you can see, look at those. Look at the size of these stamps. So if you really want to make them the feature headline on a card, then you absolutely can very, very easily. And there are lots and lots and lots of them. And they are mounted on these pages as well. So warm winter wishes from our home to yours, sending warm hugs and kisses, etc., etc. Page after page after page. They're an amazing set. They really are beautiful. Very, very busy on the website. I mean, look at the size of those things like, deck the halls and Happy New Year, have a wonderful Christmas. They are absolutely beautiful. Now, that's the stamps on their own, but Debbie, you've got some samples that our wonderful team have put together, haven't you?
Have I ever? And let me just tell you, these designer verse, because this is what they are, the designer verse stamps are the Christmas. You may remember a while ago we brought some everyday different occasions. These are specifically designed for Christmas. So everything you see on here will work brilliantly with your Christmas designs. You can make them a focal point of your card if you want to. But what you you can also do is use elements of them to decorate the front of your card as a sentiment, or on the inside of your card as well, without having the use of having to go and find a verse to pop in there. You've got them all to hand and very, very simple, very easy to use. But let's take a look at some of these samples. These are absolutely beautiful. Warm winter wishes from our home to yours. I think that's absolutely glorious. There's lots of ways you can use them though. You can do things like your shaker cards. This one's got that lovely shaker element to it. Really beautiful. Think of all the things that you have in your crafty stash that you can use these with. I mean, look at these. These are some of our double-sided dies panels that you're using on there, keeping it really stripped back, nice and simple. Look how gorgeous that is, Derek. And when Emma was saying about colouring in being her relaxation, that's exactly what you could do. Stamp a few, colour them up on a night, and you've got your Christmas cards all ready. If you like your inks, make your inky backgrounds. Look at that. That's all it needs to say. Doesn't need to say anything else. We've got lots and lots of, I gorgeous, love this one, with a bit of foiling as well. Popping them on there. Look at this one, Derek. It's been stamped into clay. Our Nicola, who's one of our design team members, and I know Nicola really well, I love her to bits, but this one has been stamped into clay. How fabulous does that look?
That's awesome.
Ain't it just? Absolutely. Think about all the things that you have though in your crafty stash from time before where you can bring these stamps in. They are truly, truly beautiful, and they can really, really be a showstopper, or they can be just do exactly what you want them to do. Just give that lovely sentiment. The sentiments? What's a sentiment when it's at home? Sentiments. That's the word I was looking for, Derek. That was the word.
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know, Debbie, with
Yes.
these, I think straight away, because there are so many of them in the selection as well, because they're big statement stamps as well. I think for those of you who buy to make to sell, you know, when you see those selection packs, you know, in the shops, and you get 5 of the same one, you think, oh no, I don't know, you know. One's okay, but then no, I'm not sure. But actually, when you look at how diverse these are, I mean, and they're all big statement stamps as well. I mean, how many different designs could you have just using? I mean, they're quick win designs as well. I mean, big stamps. Just look on one page there, for instance. There are what? How many on that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all big sizable ones as well. So it just means that you can extend the choice that you're offering as well when you're selling. This is really busy on the website, this collection as well, by the way. If you are looking for the folder as well by the website, have a look on the website is what I meant, and you will find it there. It's brilliant because they already come on those ring bound pages for you, so they're ready to go straight into an A4 folder, which is brilliant. Right, okay, I can see this being a money maker, just my own personal opinion, but I think even as someone who's brand new to this, I could see straight away the value in resale and putting this together and making it a nice little business just out of this stamp set, Debbie.
Absolutely. And honestly, Derek, you're going to use these over and over again. Christmas this year, Christmas next year, Christmas 10 years down the line. These are not going to go out of fashion. They're beautiful big statement pieces, or pieces that you can add to finished projects. Can I show you? Can I jump straight into a demonstration?
Yes.
I'm going to actually use what else we've got on the show today, some pigment inks, because I want to do a little bit of clear embossing as well. Now I've chosen black to start with, but you can choose any of the colours that are on there, and the pigment ink, our opaque pigment ink, does a wide variety of things. I want to use it with clear embossing powder to give a more enamelled finish to my stamp. So you could stamp just quite nice and ordinary and leave it at that, but I want to add that extra little bit of dimension. So I'm going to just tap across. Now I'm using one of our 6x6 platforms. Couldn't remember then, tapping away. I was waiting for Derek to remind me. I'm thinking Derek will remember because it's gone out of Debbie's brain. And he was just sat there looking at me as though to say, what are you tapping it before, Debs? What are you tapping it before? So literally you just give it a nice little covering, but look how big it fills that 6x6 platform. It's brilliant. I love these. These are so crisp, so clean, on acrylic as well. Now I've taken a piece of stamping card, and all I'm going to do is, before I commit, see if I've got that in. Oh, I want my step. Where's my step? Oh, I'll just commit. Derek, and I'll go for the best. I'll just go for it. But I am using my stamping platform as well as my stamping mat to give that nice, crisp, clean. Oh, pull that down. There we go. Look at that.
Brilliant.
It is absolutely beautiful. Now, because an opaque ink pad, going back to the opaque ink pad, pigment ink pad, it's got what we call a longer open time, so it doesn't dry instantly. So you know, with our quick dry, they dry like the minute you pop them on the paper. They don't do that with the pigment ink, so it means you've got a bit of time to be able to use things like clear embossing powder, or if you've seen our lovely Leanne, she does her own glitter embossing powder, but you can use things like wow powders and things like that that are on the website too, and it just means because it hasn't dried straight away, it means that this will adhere to it and sticks to it because it's that sticky ink, so to speak. Let me just pop my top back on for a second, Derek, because I know what I'm like. And then I'm just going to heat set that now. So heat gun, let's get that warmed up. Oh, I'm not switched on. Where am I?
You need to power that up first, don't you?
I do need to power it up. I need to plug it in.
I'll tell you in the meantime that from the stamp collections, because you can buy them individually as well if you want to, 2 for £25 or $35. The Peace and Joy one, because you're all having a little scroll through the website and seeing and cherry picking the ones that you want. Peace and Joy on its own, really, really, really popular. And remember, Peace and Joy on its own is by no means on its own, because it's on that big, big set with some other stamps as well. Right, let's watch the magic.
I love the magic. And what do you know? I love a bit of embossing, Derek. Watching it heat set, it's so relaxing. It really is relaxing. But it also gives it, instead of having that lovely crisp clean image, it gives a more enamelled feel to it. So you can do this not just once as well. You could add embossing powder a couple of times to get a more enamelled look. But I just think this is absolutely glorious, and this technique I will never ever ever tire of, ever. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. So again, that's all ready now. It's got that lovely shimmer and shine to it. I don't know if you can see that in the light there, but you've got that beautiful shimmer. There we go. Don't know if you can see that, but look how gorgeous that is.
So professional, isn't it?
It is. That's what I love about these stamps. So I'm just going to take a piece of black cardstock, matte cardstock, and I've just given it a little bit of extra to me, and I'll tell you the size actually. Let's get the sizing right. 3.5 by 5. So I've gone round this piece 1/4 of an inch each way to give myself that perfect matte and layer. So again, I'm just going to use my tape pen. Oh, the tape pens, the tape pens. Those Dotty tape pens, Derek, let me tell you.
We love them.
I do love them. Oh, I'm so happy they're back.
Somebody's asked how many feet is on a Dotty tape pen. Would
22.
Is it the same as the tape?
I'm sure it's the same, Derek. I am pretty sure it's exactly the same.
Yeah, 22.
I'm hoping, if I'm wrong, that somebody will correct me, but 22 feet.
Well, there you go, Jenny. So it's the same as the regular strip tape pen then.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Now, I'm just going to bring in, I've taken a piece of black stamping card. It's not black stamping card at all, Debbie. It's black matte cardstock. Folded it in half, just give me a straightforward fold. I've got a little piece of, right tape pen, Deb, right tape pen. Just a piece of white stamping card for a little bit of a background going off here. Let's pop that into the back. I've got some papers as well from a paper pad that you might recognise, and you may recognise. It is from the pop-up boxes. There we go. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Make sure I've got my card right way around. Absolutely fab.
Oh, it's from the 12 by 12, isn't it?
It is indeed. I wondered when you'd... Do you know, I knew you'd... Have you got this one?
I've got that one at home.
Absolutely. Lots of gorgeous Christmas papers that are out there at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving it a little bit of matte and layering. And again, just showing you how quick and easy it is to use these. And then lastly, I'm going to pop... In fact, let's have another little piece. I'm going to be a little bit quirky today. Let's just give it a little bit of a twist on the background, and then lastly pop on my beautiful sentiment here, which really does say exactly what I want it to say. Give it a little bit, and then I'm going to add, let me see if my hot glue gun is all ready. It is indeed. Let's add a couple of little poinsettias. Oh, and we've got some amazing poinsettias out and with the, is it the vintage? Wait a minute, is it the vintage? Yes, it is. It's the vintage one. The vintage collection that just got released this week, Derek. There's some poinsettia dies on there. Absolutely love them. They are beautiful. So again,
and you've got to make them in paper or flower foaming form, because to keep a real one alive, come on, it's only a few weeks, isn't it? Very difficult to keep alive a real one.
Well, If anybody ever gave me a plant, and I worry sometimes because I know what I'm like. I'm not the best at looking after things, but there you go. Look at that. Absolutely quick, super easy, super fast, but it does exactly what you want it to say. It's a statement piece, it's a sentiment, and it's just gorgeous. Mix and match it with things that you have in your collection and it's never going to fail you. And you know when you want to do things, Derek, like speedy Christmas crafting, to when you've got to knock out hundreds, and you'll know because I know that crafters start in June, and we joke, why do they start in June? It's because we have so many to make, not just for crafters. I don't know if you're like me, but I like to give to charity as well, so I make a lot for charity, and literally these are going to be the go-to one that are going to give you very quick, very easy. You could be making things up, you could make the background cards up, have a pile ready, then just do a bit of stamping, whack them on, and that's it, all done and dusted.
I love it. It's so good. I think this should be called Christmas headlines because it's really attention grabbing, every one of those stamps, aren't they? They're absolutely brilliant. Karen's just messaged on YouTube to say, I met Emma and Debbie at Craftaganza last November too.
Oh!
Well, let's go back to Emma, shall we, and go and check in Sleaford in Lincolnshire, our guest on the Craft House today, because it's not just me and Debbie. Emma's with us as well, just reconnecting ourselves. Let's go to Sleaford. You're right there, Emma?
I am. And
Very
I have
good.
to say, I've only used these verses in the traditional way, so I feel as though I didn't
Oh, go on.
think
Show us what you've done with them, because it's good to see every which way, because you can go outside or inside, I guess, with these, can't you?
No, I didn't think to go outside.
Well, it's
So-
time. We've got 2 hours.
So we've got, there's a couple, and I've done them in colour rather than just black.
Yeah,
I hope you can see those.
that's a good idea.
And then these two, I gone very, very flash.
Ah, see that's lovely. So that's just bringing the ink on to the top,
yeah.
layer in through the corners with the blending tool. Is that?
Blending tool, yeah. Unfortunately, I've only got the quick dry, so it was quite difficult. But you get the general idea.
So you had to go for it rather quickly and rather swiftly.
Yeah.
It was very effective, though.
Oh,
Say again?
Thank you. Yeah, you have to do it really quick because it dries super fast. But
No, it's good. Go on, show us again. We love it.
Yeah, you love it. Oh, I'll give you just do a couple this time.
Beautiful.
There we go.
It's wonder, isn't it? That so little does so much, doesn't it? It's incredible.
Yes.
It's clever. Your camera work is brilliant as well, by the way.
Thank you.
Perfect. I'll be back in a moment, Emma. I'll be back in a
All right,
moment. Alrighty.
Thank
Right, we've got so many of you commenting, and if you want to say hello to Emma as well, you can do it via our comments, of course, on the Crafters TV page on Facebook or on YouTube. All the messages funnel down via our social superstars. Shannon says that these stamps are really, really nice and big. I bought from HSN 2 years ago some from Crafters Companion that was smaller, so these will go really nicely with those, which is fantastic. Quick question, Debbie, because we're going to come back to you now, aren't we? I've got Jackie on Facebook asking, will the Christmas verses fit onto an A2 size card? I must admit, I've never heard of A2.
Ooh, let me have a look at my glass mat because I'm sure I've seen A2 somewhere. Ooh, good question, good question. Absolutely, they're going to fit perfectly. They might be a bit on the, well, I said tight size, but let me just have a look because this one, yeah, this is A2, what I'm doing next, Derek.
Oh,
that
is
must
it?
have been like, that's a bit...
That's spooky,
Get out to
isn't
limit
it?
stuff. That's a bit spooky, that's well spooky. But yes, they're going to fit the A2 perfectly. They really are.
Brilliant. That's good to know. Right, okay, I'm loving all the colour and everything you've got going on there. So let's crack on. What are you going to do this?
Well,
oh, sorry.
I was just going to run and grab another ink pad. I was just going to run and grab another ink pad.
All right, well, I'll go back to the comments then because there's
Changing it up a bit.
There's loads going on here. Carol says on Facebook, can't wait for my Christmas sentiments to arrive. Deborah Fries as well. We have to say welcome back, Deborah Fries, on Facebook. She says, you have no idea how happy I am to see you all. I've not been able to watch since Monday morning. I feel I missed so much. Well, we've missed you as well, Deborah, so welcome back. Right, have you got your ink now, Debbie?
I have, but then I thought about it when I was looking at, because I've made myself a little greeny red background using our water reactive ink pads and give it a little bit of faux bleach technique. And I thought, do you know what? If you had lots of these lying around, This is what you could use as well, Derek, to give it to add a little sentiment on there. And I'm going to decorate a bag with this one. So I pop that onto there, and I was going to use, I thought, shall I use a red? But then I thought, would red really stand out even when it's heat embossed? I thought, no, I'll stick with my black. But I've changed it up a little bit. That was noir black. Now I'm using jet black. So I thought, yeah, we'll have a bit of jet black. So again, let's just change that up a little bit there.
Very daring, Debbie.
Oh, I know. Living life in the fast lane there. Literally daring to change it so much. Love it. But again, just look. I mean, the thing is, though, noir black is a more softer black. And jet black is jet black.
Yeah.
So it's that more crisper. Oh, what's that crisper? Where did that come from? But literally, Derek is exactly the same. I'm going to pop that onto there, get that all stamped up. And like I said, if you were using your quick dry inks, Derek, or any of your other inks, this is something that you can stamp up with all those things, pattern papers that you have. Honestly, the speed in which you're going to do them, look at it.
Oh my word.
Gorgeous that looks. And that's not even adding any clear embossing powder onto that. And do you know what, Derek? I don't think I'm going to. I'm really happy with that. But can you see?
I have to say, Debbie, it wouldn't have looked the same in noir. That is awesome though, isn't it? Look how it jumps out at you.
It does jump out in you. And this one that I've took this from, it's called Warm Winter Wishes from our Derek.
Oh, we're both at it.
From our home to yours is the warmest wishes. And look how many stamps you get on here. There's lots of different stamps. Let me move that there just for a second so you can see. Look how many on each sheet you're getting. And these are really big pieces. And like I said, that fitted perfectly onto my A2. Not too squished, it's centralised there in the middle, but you can really see that it does work perfectly with them.
Debbie, these stamps, aren't they luscious as well? You know, when you feel them on the page, they're all really lovely and luscious and gorgeous and jelly-like, and they feel like, I mean, I've seen stamps from quite a few different places, and some of them can be, you know, a little stiffer, a little less flexible. These are just really a real joy, very tactile, aren't they, as well?
Oh, they are. Made from acrylic as well, so really nice image that you get when you stamp onto them. Just trying to find me tissue paper, Derek. I had it earlier because I was waking up a bit of a sweat and I thought, I'll have a bit of tissue paper. Debbie has lost the tissue paper.
Have you lost it?
I don't even know how I've lost it.
Do you know what, Debbie? Do you want to, while you're going on a hunt, what I can do is I can go through these pages one by one, because then we can have a closer look at each one of those collections. This one is the Magic of Christmas. This is a bit easier than flicking through that folder, you know. So this is the Magic of Christmas. So you can see what's going on there. You've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 big stamps, and then you've got the smaller This Christmas one. And then there is Snowflakes Are Kisses, which is wonderful. And that's the name of the first one. Snowflakes Are Kisses from Heaven. Again, how many big stamps have you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on that page as well. Remember, you can do multi-buys on these as well if you want to, or go for the full collection. Most people are going for the full collection first time. Here's Peace and Joy. And again, Peace and Joy. How big and how bold are every single one of those stamps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, on that one as well, which is really, really good. Let's move on to Warmest Wishes, because that might have caught your attention there. I love that one. I mean, this one in particular, Warm Winter Wishes from Our Home to Yours. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 big stamps on that one. This one is called Believe in the Magic. So Believe in the Magic of Christmas. And again, see how big they are, how bold they are to go into the centre of a card, or as Emma did, to actually go inside as a bit of a verse if you wanted to, completely and utterly. Just use one of those smaller ones. This one's called The Spirit of Christmas. Just use one of these big bold banners as the title of your Christmas card, as the big headline at the top or in the middle. It's going to be awesome. Aren't they brilliant? I mean, you can have that whole collection of those all mounted on these pages, by the way, so they can go straight into a ring binder. £68 or $90. I think that's absolutely, I mean, you know, it's nice to work with smaller detailed stamps, but it's nice to go big and go bold, especially at Christmas. Like, as you said, Debbie, we're making so many for Christmas, there'll be that time when it's like writing Christmas cards, isn't it? The first few you do really enthusiastically, dear Jenny and whatever, here's a round robin, here's what we've been doing this year, blah, blah, blah. By the time you've got to card number 50, it's like, love, Derek. That's it.
Yeah, but you're not going to have to do it with these, because literally you can get them out, whip them out, have them in your nice little carry case or a ring binder. There's lots of Totally Tiffany that we have on the show as well, but they fit perfectly on there, and you just get them out. I have them sat at the side of me. Just get them out and stamp them up. Very easy to use. Now, while you were busy talking, Derek, I did stamp up another one, wishing you a cup of cheer. Again, matching in my little tag there that matches the same on there. And what I'm going to do, when I've mounted them, and I've just mounted them onto some white stamping card, I used a bit of baker's twine, because what I'm going to do, Derek, is we talk about Christmas cards, but we've got things like decorating your own gift bags. So I've taken a gift bag. This is a cheap as chips gift bag that you can pick up all over, and I do mean all over. I've done a bit of measuring with my and I say this is like a gingham patterned paper, but again, we've got lots of Christmas ones on the website. They may not be on the show, but we've got lots of paper pads out at the moment that are absolutely fabulous that these are going to work with. Now I'm going to just place that, centralise that into the centre. Again, just give it a nice, there we are, and then make sure that's all stuck down. And then I'm going to pop on the front. Let's have I'm feeling a bit quirky this afternoon, Derek. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm going to have these. Stop trying to do it on there, Debbie. There you go, that's better. There we are. And then just have that a little bit just on there, and then I'm going to add little ribbon just to decorate round the handle. And I say a little ribbon, we're going to have a nice big ribbon on there, and we're going to add Dotty tape pen. Let's get that onto there, intricate dies, and hold it in. Put a couple of pieces of holly onto there. Wrong tape pen, Debbie, that's your Dotty. Pop your Dotty tape pen on, and you've got yourself a beautiful, let's open this up, beautiful decorated Christmas bag. Very simple again, very quick, very easy, and pop some nice homemade fudge in there and deliver that to your neighbours or your loved ones who live afar. And that's exactly what you're going to be able to do with these sentiments. They are so useful when it comes to making a statement on the front of something, or just used as the sentiment to your inside of your card. Literally, you're going to have the time of your life with these. It's going to make your Christmas crafting so much fun.
Do you know what? People who've bought these as well, I mean, people are buying on the show left, right and centre. The full collection, the multi-buys, everything is moving really, really quickly right now. But Clarice on YouTube says, I bought this collection with the binder from HSN on Tuesday. I'm waiting for it to arrive. Beautiful set. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the pictures as well. Cynthia says, I have a poinsettia from my hubby that is 6 years old. How on earth have you kept a poinsettia alive for 6 years? She says it's grown huge and leggy and has beautiful leaves. I haven't been able to get it to rebloom, but it's wonderful and has taken over my front window. Cynthia, I'd love to see a picture of that as well. So you don't get the big red display anymore. But I'm just absolutely flabbergasted how it's 6 years old. That's amazing. Right, okay, we've had a photo in of this stamp set as well, actually, from lovely Jenny Porter, who's been doing this afternoon. Oh, wonderful. She's been having a little bit of a play. And so has Leslie as well. Leslie's had a little play with the traditional Christmas collection there. That's amazing, isn't it? I love that. That's kind of like a really classic sort of background there on paper, isn't it? And then that really, really big, bold stamp sentiment at the front there. It's beautiful. Lots of you are loving this. M on Facebook is asking what Debbie is using to clean her stamps with. I think she just used a little baby wipe, don't you, Debbie?
I did a biodegradable baby wipe and a bit of tissue just to dab it off the excess once that was done. That's all I've done. Warm soapy water works really well, but do you want to keep doing that every time you use a sentiment? Perhaps not. So just a little bit of a wipe and a bit of a tissue paper and you're good to go.
Fabulous. Right, that full collection of stamps there, and I've got them all here because they're absolutely yummy scrubby, so I'll quickly go through them again for you because we had a little look just a moment ago, and they're all on the website for you to see as well. They're massive stamps. They're so easy to see. So you've got the Magic of Christmas in that one, so over 50 stamps in all. You've got Snowflakes Are Kisses with lots of big sentiments on them as well. You've got peace and joy in there. Oh, yes, I forgot. Did I forget to mention that? Did I mention you get an ink pad with this as well? And it is your quick dry ink with this as well. Smoked Plume it is. Warmest Wishes is that set of stamps. There is Believe in the Magic. I mean, size-wise, I just think these stamps are absolutely awesome. Plus, you've got this one, which is the Spirit of Christmas, which is, again, it's lots and lots of different sentiments on there. Plus, you get your quick dry ink pad there as well. In the smoked pearl? Smoked pearl, that sounds nice, doesn't it? I wonder if that's like a Tahitian pearl, nice and dark and deep and rich. I'll go and find out while you find out how you can shop and watch with us all at the same time.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Thank you, Joe. Joe's back on Tuesday for you as well, right the way back through until the weekend. Then I think I'm with you next weekend as well, which I love, because especially this show, Craft House, absolutely brilliant. Now we've got some storage for you as well. So if you are buying the stamps, or if you've got, pages and pages of stamps that you've made up right now, and you want something really brilliant to keep them in, then this is great. From Totally Tiffany, of course. It was kind of like our one-stop storage solution, actually. There's so many different ideas for so many different sizes as well. And look at what you can get in there. So it's a good, nice kind of depth in there. You can sort of see what's in there as well. So this could be storing your papers, your stamps, your dies, your fabrics, maybe if you do a little bit of soft craft as well. It's really good. It's super strong as well. And it's got that nice big carrying handle on it as well. £7.10. You're getting discounts on all of your Totally Tiffany right now. I think that's a 10% discount, isn't it? Yeah, £7.10, $8.50 on that. And the Totally Tiffany storage bags. I mean, we had all the ladies out this morning, didn't we? But this little lady here, Terry, is going alone. She's the star of this show, let me tell you. And Terry is brilliant for either your classics or your illustrators, but she's also tall enough to accommodate your tri-blends as well. And again, I was saying this when we saw Terry this morning, actually, that the great thing about these is once you've opened them up, which you open up 3 ways, and you get that back, it stays out of the way. So when you've got that sat on your desk, you haven't got that flap coming up and over, so you have to keep moving it out of the way every single time you want to get in there. And conversely, when you want to seal it up again as well, it's dead easy because it's just the one-touch fastening there, and that keeps everything nice and secure. And yet you can see 360 degrees right the way around it. You can see it. And again, it's got the carrying handle, and the carrying handle also means it can go up on a hook somewhere as well. So if you've run out of storage in drawers and spaces like the ones behind me here, and you've got a hook somewhere, you can hook them up as well, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Look at that price tag as well. You've got to get a few of these, haven't you? £4.49, $7.19. Now, the other big hurrah in this show, and lots of you have spotted it and have gone for the complete and full collection, is the statement alphabet, the Stamp and Die Make a Statement alphabet. This is brilliant because it's actually not just the alphabet either. You're getting all of the letters of the alphabet. You're getting all of your numbers there. You're getting your ampersand, the and sign, plus you're getting 10 sheets of royal blue glitter card. You're saving over 15%. And you know, when it comes to an alphabet, I mean, I just love them. I absolutely love them because they're just so universal. We've talked about this before, about personalization, about, initializing something, monogramming something, making house signs, making door signs for the house. So lots of decor applications quite aside from your crafting and your card making. And if you want to go multimedia, I mean, absolutely brilliant. Blurring out pictures into the backgrounds of things as well is great fun. £150, $160. Let's see some examples of that. Debbie, you've got some samples over there, haven't you?
Do you know, one of my favourite alphabets is this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Make a statement is exactly that. It's a decorative die and stamp set of all the alphabets. So that means if you want to personalise something, this will be your go-to, because there is names out there that are different to be able to do, and different. You can use the alphabet on their own. However, what really makes these stand out is the fact that they've got a set of stamps that work absolutely beautiful. And by that I mean, you can see this gorgeous G here, and then the gorgeous, because the G in front of the gorgeous, it's hello gorgeous. That's exactly what you want, Derek, working with you. It is.
Oh,
but you can make these as simple as you want, or as complicated as you want. It's entirely up to you. You can really, though, just make a statement. I mean, what does that just say? Exactly what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wonderful.
It really is gorgeous. And then there's, look, even unique. So you've got your unique, and then a set of stamps that match as well. I'll have to see if we can find those little cards that Anne-Marie did for us, because she made us some cards up for the TV show, and it was just simple black and white cards that had every one of them on and showed you all the verses that were in them. Absolutely beautiful. So on your 50th, because we've got numbers in here as well, I believe, Derek?
Yeah, you got all the numbers.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
you've got all the numbers as well. But I just want to show you just some different ways that you can use them. You can use the dies and the decorative part as a stencil, Derek, because that's a stencil.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they've taken the 1 and the 7 and used that to stencil onto the cardstock. And doesn't that
Awesome.
look fabulous?
It does, it really
but
does.
numbers always speak volumes. Sometimes it's very difficult to get certain age numbers as well. This is going to be my number for the next birthday. The other way around. The other way around.
No way,
but
Debbie.
when you say
No
the
way. It can't be.
Of course, there's a flatter as you get everywhere you will. But look, this is what I'm talking about, making that statement. Can I just take a moment to, oh my days, Margaret, you have knocked it out of the park with this sample. It's beautiful.
She has made a spelling mistake, of course.
Well,
but,
it depends, because up here, up in the north, our mum, I mean, I call my mum, whatever
Yeah.
I feel like, but up here, it's definitely mum. That's what it is.
And
our mum.
over the pond, it'll be Mom, won't it? With
It
M-O.
will do indeed. Yes,
Yes.
it will. And then lastly, I'm going to show you this one, because this is what I'm going to make. I'm going to show you I'm going to make this. So you could do home decor as well. These are the kind of things that you're going to be able to do when you've got a great alphabet. Do you know we're talking in that earlier show, if you caught it? Talk about good tools of the trade. An alphabet, in my eyes, is a tool that you need, because it's going to cover absolutely everything. It's going to tick all the right boxes. It really is fabulous.
Debbie,
yes.
Just before you get started, I've just had a little bit of an idea, and I want you to let me know whether it will work or not. So you can die cut into vinyls, can't you, with your standard dies that we have here if you're going through the Gemini.
Absolutely.
And if you're going through a vinyl, you can also then transfer that onto your Xyron.
Yep.
Yes. And that will make it a sticker. So that means if you have your own business and you want to put your name of your business down the side of your brand new shiny white van or whatever it may be that you use for your business, rather than paying somebody else hundreds or even thousands of pounds, could you actually make your own sign writing for your vehicle?
Absolutely, you can do. Yep. Derek, brilliant idea. I can tell you've been picking up these hints and tips as you've been with us these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. But you can do anything. You can do that onto your windows, so you could decorate your windows with vinyls as well. If you've got a great machine, Gemini, and you've got a good tool, these alphabets, you are good to go. You can die cut into lots of different things. Let me show you. I'm going to show you with the H, because I am using this one first, but I just want to show you every single alphabet as a letter. So it's got that letter, so that's my H, got that lovely decorative feature to it. What it also has though, Derek, is when I turn that over, a set of stamps. So you have here a solid H, which means things like your inky backgrounds, you can ink over and then take that across the top. So you've got that beautiful filled in background. Or you could use this separately. If you wanted to use those separately, that's exactly what you could do without having to use your die whatsoever. So can you see the versatility in there straight away? You've got like a twofer already. And then you've got all the words. So obviously with your H is your happy. That's how I say it anyway. Happy from where I am.
You don't need the H, do you?
I don't need the H. We've got the birthday and we've got the anniversary on there. And then you've got new home as well. So you can customise what you want that actually to say, Derek, which I think is fabulous. So I'm going to show you how easy they are to work. And can I just also say how easy they are to work and how, I say small, they're a statement piece, but small enough to fit through all your smaller machines. So your Gemini Mini, your Gemini Go, obviously your Gemini Junior and your larger Gemini. And you could do multi-cuts in one part. You could stick quite a few onto there. So what I'm going to just do is using some black glitter cards, I'm going to pop my plastic shim on, my magnetic shim and my other cutting plate and run that through because I couldn't find my Mini. But it's one of those things, Derek, do you know if Debbie doesn't look hard enough?
Yeah.
I've been searching all the back shelves. While you were talking earlier, I was searching back shelves thinking, where's that Mini gone? And then I found it. I've just seen it in the corner of my eye over there because I was going to use my Mini. However, just to show you how easy it was to use, I've run it through the Gemini and you can see straight away you've got this beautiful, let me just give that a little tap and a little clean. Ooh, look what else you could do, Derek. You could use that as an aperture. Let me see if I can. Whoop,
yes.
There you go. So you could cut a few out there. Stencils, yeah, absolutely. So, I'm just thinking of all these different ways you can use these.
Well, that's just upped your twofer for a threefer, hasn't it? Completely.
Exactly. Now, it's got this lovely decorative detail. I love these dies. They're so pretty.
They are incredible.
They've got a lovely design to them. Really well thought out by Leanne and the team. I just think these are fabulous. So when I've poked all those little bits out, I've now got my beautiful H, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of textured cardstock. Now we had that on the earlier show. Let me move my stamp out of the way for a second. Now, like I said, Derek, there is those stamps, so I could stamp out an H in pink, but I thought no, I'll have it on the background because I want to show you something else that you can do as well. Every time I think I've poked my little bit out,
it's always there. That one pesky little
always
bit.
One pesky little one, and then you think you've got it, and again you see another pesky one. Let's get rid of that one. So Dotty tape pen.
While we're chatting and you're demoing away, Debbie, should we bring Emma back in as well?
Absolutely.
Craft House is all about interactivity, of course, isn't it? So Emma is with us in Sleaford. I could hear her putting her earphones back in and get it. Let's go back to Sleaford, shall we? There she is. I could hear you putting the earphones back in. Are you all right there, Emma? What are you working on right now while we're squirreling away here with alphabets?
I confess I'm not.
Oh, are you just watching along? Well, you know what? Today is National Relaxation Day, so we've invited you on the Craft House on a day of relaxation. So you know what? That's absolutely fine with us. But you've been very, very busy with everything we've sent you.
I made everything yesterday, so I'm having a day of rest.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's fine. Is weekends? Is that your craft time, really?
Well, I've only just started going back to work, so I've been crafting, doing something sort of most days. So
can I be nosy again? What do you do? What gets in the way of your crafting that you have to go and get paid for?
Well, I'm actually a QC at a fresh fruit factory in Spalding, which is about another 30 miles away. And I've just gone back, but I'm not actually QCing because I've been shielding. I'm going to be in the print room so that they can help keep safe.
So, sorry, I know we're going a bit off pieces. Sorry, Debbie, but back to you in a moment. Does that mean you have to fondle avocados and make sure they're the right smoothness? What happens?
No, the company, this particular company is known for supplying UK supermarkets with fresh cherries from around the world.
Oh, I do love it. I do love a good cherry. Oh, Debbie's got her hand in the air with cherry talk.
Oh, cherries are my favourite fruit. Cherries are my favourite fruit. I absolutely love them. Oh, honestly, I'm so jealous. I'm just a little bit jealous.
Are you? Oh, it's a shame because when you're a QC, you have to try the fruit, every time that they run it. So it's really hard.
Oh.
It sounds like my dream job.
Oh, that's
Tasting
amazing.
cherries for a living.
Is it always fruit, Emma?
They do fresh cherries is what they're known for. At
Yeah.
Christmas, there's fresh cranberries, which I don't suggest you eat those.
No.
No.
No, give them a good stew first. How do you QC them then? Is that by colour?
Yes. Yeah.
Is
well
it?
done. Yeah, colour and size. Yes. Yes.
There you go. Do you have one of those little gauges that you put them through? It should be this round, and then a little colour chart. It needs to be between here and here.
Wow, you're a qualified QC there, Derek.
Do you know? I've never been in that industry whatsoever. I just when you say QC and quality control, you think, I wonder how you QC a cranberry that hasn't been cooked. It's definitely not by tasting it. That's fascinating, Debbie, isn't it? It's fascinating the things that people do. For,
Absolutely.
In everyday life, in between their crafting.
Absolutely it is. I mean, I love the idea of the tasting cherries. The cranberries, not so much.
No.
No, not for me, those. But I'm always fascinated by what people do because it's lovely, isn't it? It's nice to find out. That's what I love about this show, is that interaction, being able to talk to our lovely customers who watch all the time, our regular viewers who watch all the time. It's so lovely to get to know you a little bit better as well.
I just love being nosy, Debbie. Quite frankly, Emma,
Well,
I'll be back with you in a moment. We're halfway through. Getting happy, weren't we,
We
Debbie?
were indeed. So what I did with that pink, I just I fussy cut around there. So I've popped on some foam pads just onto the back. But what I'm just doing now, Derek, because on here, I'm just getting it placed right before I actually do any stamping, because I wanted to make sure, and this is what I tend to do a lot of, I place my stamps first before I actually stick anything down. I can move my H out of the way for a second, and then I can pick up my stamp, and then I know that I've got it exactly where I want it to be. Now I'm bringing in one of the opaque ink pads again. So this is our fuchsia. I love fuchsia, it's so bright. I mean, look at that. Talk about a fuchsia, beautiful colour. And I'm going to do a little bit of embossing again in a different colour this time, Derek. I've steered away from the black, you'll be pleased to know.
Was there not a third shade of black you could have used?
No. Only the two. So what I'm just going to do is place that back down into place. There we go. And then just commit that down, stamp that down. Nice coverage all over. And then I've got my clear embossing powder at the ready. And you can see again, at the moment, I'm saying at the moment it does look a bit bland, but it's not really bland because it's just gorgeous. I mean, I think these colours are lovely. I'm going to bring in a bit of paper just to pop my clear embossing back onto there. There we go. And then literally pop that back in its tub. Pop the lid back on because Debbie knows what she's like when she gets going. And then I'm just going to move that out of the way and bring back in my heat gun. Bring that in, and I'm going to heat set this, and we'll see if that's changed. If I just hold that up for a second, I'll try and stretch my wire a little bit. But heat set that. Now you can see I'm not wafting it, but look how quick that changes. Can you see how beautiful that goes? And I'm just moving it across. Can you see now, Derek? Can you imagine adding a bit of glitter to that? Our lovely Leanne does her own glitter. She takes clear embossing powder, a fine glitter of her choice, and mixes them together to make your own glitter embossing powder. Cheap as chips, I love Leanne. She's so full of tips and so full of different ideas. But now you can see that's all ready. It's all heat set as well. And now it's ready for my H to go on there. So I'm just going to peel off the back. Let me just bring off my pokey tool. Peel this back for a second. There we go. I'm going to place that on, and then I'm just going to go around the edges with a little bit of colour. There we go. Let's just place that on. There we are. Ooh, if by magic I've got one done with me edges round. I just took some of the black ink and went around the edge, just round there, and literally just offsets that slightly. And again, I'm just then going to place that literally over there. Then I'm going to bring in, now this is a bit of mount board, and you can see I've just popped some mount board. I've actually shaped it into a tail end here, and it's very easy. Take your craft knife. I usually draw a little line up to the centre of how far I want my tail to be, and literally pop it into the middle and then take my scissors and cut through there, or craft knife, whichever you feel more comfortable with. And then I've just given it a little bit of background there with some, I'm going to say older papers, but one of my favourite pads again. And then I'm just going to place that onto the back there. So let me take my tape runner again. Let's pop that on. And you can see how everything matches. So if you love doing your own decor, things like frames, things like door hangers or wall hangers, I just think is absolutely fabulous. And I've taken some of my favourite collections that I've had over the past, because I am a little bit of a butterfly freak. I love butterflies. So because I've gone statement with my my statement alphabet, nearly got that bit wrong. And then I've taken some of our beautiful smaller butterflies. And if you watched the show earlier today, oh, Debbie, get that down in the right place. We had some butterflies on the show, Derek, didn't we?
We did. They were beautiful, lacy ones as well, weren't they?
Absolutely they were. So again, I'm just going to place that down, hold that into place, and then I'm just going to tie my ribbon through there. I'm going to add another little piece on. Let's have another little ribbon, because I'm feeling a little bit fuchsia today. Let's pop a little ribbon just on there. And then again, I'm going to thread that through. Let's just see if I can use my poke. What's that done with my poker tool, Derek? There we go. Poke that through with my poker tool. That's that side. Do the same again with that side. And I've got myself a lovely wall hanger. I'll just need to give it a little bit of a knot in the back. Come on, get through there. Come on. There you go. Let's have you. Let's have you. Let's just knot a little bit round the back to stop it from falling through. Or you could tape it down if you wanted as well, Derek. That's, there's always the tape option. You can pop a little bit of tape. But I'm just going to pop a knot through there just to hold that into place. Same with this side. Let's take a little knot. Hold that. Pull that through. And I've got myself a lovely wall hanger. There we go. Oh, it's almost like one that ran my necklace. It's like a big necklace. There you go. That's how easy it is to use these.
That's beautiful. Do you know what? It's so good. We've been asking on our social media as well, because our social media team are posting left, right and centre, and they're responding to your comments as well on Facebook and on YouTube. And we've just been asking you what first word you would make if you got the alphabet dies. And Angie on YouTube says hello is so versatile, massively versatile. And Tessie on YouTube says love. And Shannon says she'd go for family straight away. And that might tie in really nicely with a decor piece or a wall hanging, just like Debbie has been doing there with those big letters. So let us know if you are going for the whole alphabet, what with that set, what's the first word you would go from. Can I just tell you as well as your big collection, and lots of you are going for the big collection, you can actually multi-buy the letter stamps as well. The details are there. There you go. And they're really good value. So if you've got somebody with a shorter name in mind, or you've just got one particular word in mind, you can buy any three, it could be your initials, any 3 letter dies you can get for £15 or $20. I think it's really good. Or $5.99 in the UK each, or $7.95. The only way of getting the numbers and the ampersand is in this big bundle, but I think that's well worth it. Right, let's go to next your Christmas embossing folders, because they are so awesome. I love these. Every time I see them, I just think, yeah, I love them. And I know how much you love them as well. It's our collection of 3D embossing folders. What has happened to me today? Right, so Ornate Christmas Tree is our first one there, which you can see is beautiful. And you've got one made up there and all finished off with the gilding wakes by the look of it, which is very nice. We also have the rustic wreath, which again is very bold and very beautiful. Again, lends itself to those wonderful gilding waxes just beautifully. The fonts on this one, Merry and Bright, I just think is so awesome. It's such a bold and beautiful font. Now imagine, as Emma was doing before, having this maybe at the front of your card, and then one of those big stamps from the Christmas stamps that we've got today on the inside of your card, because then the boldness of the image on the front would be matched by the boldness of the sentiment within the card as well. We've got Deck the Halls, and there's also the elegant poinsettia as well. How cool are they? £30 $47, and I think they are super. I know all of those, and they are massive, and they are massively versatile as well, for what is an incredible price. Get back to us on the comments as well if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. The first word you would make if you're going for that complete alphabet. We would love to hear what you think. Laurie says on YouTube, hubby, kids and the grandson's name. Marianne Johnson on Facebook said, I would go for be kind. And Sonia on Facebook says, my first word would be family tree, as a wall decor piece I'm working on right now. My set is on the way. Fantastic. And congratulations. And Director Matt just said, I wonder how long it would take to die cut and arrange supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That would be ages, wouldn't it, Debbie?
Trust Matthew. There's always one. Oh, honestly. But you know, joking aside, that alphabet is absolutely fabulous. It really is, because you can spell out things that you wouldn't normally be able to spell, or you could just take that one element, that one word. Like, I just think they're just a brilliant way to use over and over again, and not just personalisation, not just home decor, lots of things that you can do with them. It's a great deal that we've got on the show for the whole entire collection. Let me tell you, once you invest in that, that's it. You wouldn't really need another alphabet, or would you?
Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would. Always. Right, what are we doing now, Debbie?
Right, so moving on to the embossing folders. I was looking for my samples because I put things down, Derek, as you know, when I get in this craft room. I put things down, then can never remember where I've put them.
However, it too big? Do you need a smaller craft room to keep you a bit more in check?
Not so sure. But I've got a few little samples here that I can show you using embossing folders. Now, embossing folders, one of my very firm favourites, because there's lots of things you can do with an embossing folder. Simple technique like this one is black matte cardstock with some ink pads in the background and some gilding wax, and you've got a really beautiful effect there. Things like, God, come on, Derek, look at this one. This poinsettia.
Wow.
This is a 3D embossing folder. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm trying to work out, is it Deck the Halls or Piece Merry and Bright that we've got on the show today?
It is Merry and Bright.
Thank you very much. There we go. As if by magic. I've got my Merry and Bright. So again, you can see how beautiful that one is with your inky backgrounds, and look how glorious that looks with a bit of gilding wax over the top. And then we've got that beautiful wreath as well. There's lots of things that you can do with embossing folders. One of my favourite techniques is colouring in with. You can emboss. Oh, what can you emboss, Derek? Craft metal, mirror card, glitter card, foam. I'm trying to think of everything else, Derek. You should have been learning.
Some people have been, one or two people have tried it with like a copper sheet, haven't they? Like a thin gauge.
Well, yes.
Copper
Was
sheet.
It our Carol that we had on?
I think it was.
A couple of weeks
Who
back
was? Yeah, it was on a few weeks back.
Oh my days!
Amazing.
Oh, that was absolutely glorious.
Well, let us know what you've done with your 3D embossing folders and the different things you've tried to 3D emboss. Maybe it's something completely wild and wacky and out of the ordinary. Let us know. Get in on the comments on Facebook and YouTube, because we're always learning, Debbie, aren't we too?
Absolutely we are. Now, I have chosen some Nina cardstock here because I've popped that in, then I'm going to do a little bit of colouring. I say a little bit of colouring, a tiny bit of colouring, because I've got a finished one to show you. But 3D embossing folders, the combination on your Gemini machine is a magnetic shim and the plastic shim over the top, and then run that through your Gemini. Whether it be a large one or your junior one, these are going to fit through there, because these are 6x6 inside. Well, this one is a 6x6 inside. The other one is the 5x7. So is it the Merry and Bright, Derek? Merry and Bright?
I'll have a little check for you, because you've got
you.
3D, haven't you? Yeah, it is. Yeah,
absolutely. Now you can see, I don't know if you can pick that up. Can you see that beautiful embossing detail? It is absolutely glorious. Now, when you take things like your tri-blends or your alcohol pens, I don't know where our tri-blends have disappeared to. I think someone's hot-footed them somewhere. Oh, they're not behind me, are they? After all that, are they behind me? Oh, well, I never... What did I say to you, Derek? What did I say to you? Get your tri-blends out. Look, I've got my tri-blend. Well, I picked one out. I could have fetched the whole lot, but that bag's heavy. But you've got your tri-blends. Now, tri-blends are on a fabulous deal today. And can I just tell you, if you've been one of those colourists who struggle to know what is your light tone, your medium tone, and your dark tone, worry no more, because we've simplified it. we've popped it into one pen. This is a 3-in-1 blendable pen of the same colour family. So this is the dark red tone. So you have your light, your mid and your dark tone, so you don't have to guess anymore. And I'm just going to keep it there because someone's obviously been playing with these, Derek, and haven't put them back right. There we go. So you can see now you've got your light tone on this end, you have got your mid tone there. They're whispering in me here, don't want to name names, but it might be something to do with a certain dragon. But there we go. She's been playing with them.
I'm saying nothing.
But you've got that lovely tip on each one of those. So it's that 3-in-1 pen blend, which means it's incredibly easy, incredible. You can use them separately if you want to use them separately, or you can take your time and have them in the one pen and just blending. But all you're going to do is literally take your pen over and you can get that lovely blend very, very quickly and very easily. Now, I'm not going to spend this time going through all the colouring. I'll tell you there's lots of Colour Me Happy shows that are on the website, on our YouTube
channel.
Thank you. YouTube channel. Thank you. Yes, it's on our YouTube channel. So you can go onto there and you can have a little look on there with lots of different tips and hints on how to use it.
While you're colouring, Debbie,
Yes.
just there, because they'll let you go into a little colouring coma just for a second. Not for long, though.
No.
You can't have too much relaxation.
promise.
We've been asking on our Facebook page, I think, for a crafty confession for you. We're asking if you're obsessed with embossing folders and whether you're going to confess as to how many you've got. Well, Shannon, who's watching us on YouTube, she has around 40. Diane on YouTube and Bernie Burnsify, that's her username. Too many. I can't count. There are too many, just countless. God's Desire for me on YouTube, too many to count. Dances with Pam on YouTube. I've got 50 embossing folders at the very least. Cecilia says, well, I've got 1 or 2 embossing folders and that's the number I'm sticking to. I don't want to get into trouble. Won't be long before that 1 or 2 becomes 22, I'm sure. And yeah, Cynthia Crawford just said, I stopped counting at 60.
I'm definitely with Cynthia on that one, let me tell you. But embossing folders, one of my very favourites. Now, I could continue to colour this, Derek. However, we've got our lovely Emma on the show today and she's got lots of things she wants to show you as well. But I'm just going to show you. I'm going to bring in my finished one. This is what it will look like once you've coloured it in with your tri-blends. How beautiful does that look? And it really does enhance because it's got that gorgeous 3D embossing feel to it. I know it doesn't really appreciate, you can't really appreciate on the camera, but you've got that gorgeous 3D feel. But when you colour that in with your tri-blend pens, literally it just pops off the page even more. And then you can do things like decorate boxes and things like that with it, Derek, because that's what I was planning with. However, I've got so much I want to show you and I can't believe time is literally running out in this show. It's just flying by.
It is. It's just running and running and running away. And of course, we have a guest today as well. And I think it's because we have a good old chat with our guests as well. That time flies even quicker. Let's go back, shall we, to Sleaford, which has a lovely, lovely place in gorgeous Lincolnshire, which is a really green and lush county of England that we now know grows cranberries and what was the other one? Oh, cherries, wasn't it? Well known for cherries.
We pack them, we don't grow them.
Oh, you don't grow them? Oh, right, okay, so you process them, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Now, the embossing folders, you had a couple of the embossing folders, didn't you? So, show us your amazing work.
Right, I got Night Before Christmas and the Rust. So, I've done 2 techniques I've never done before.
Okay.
So I've used the pigment inks to colour. This is the Night Before Christmas in.
Ah, yes. Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And
lovely.
Then I've done a Debbie special and I've done the sparkle pen technique.
Oh, now that's nice. Now, is that a stepper there at the front?
It is, yes. Yes, so I've done it twice
gorgeous.
and just cut the lower step out.
Yeah.
And then I've used the water to take it off for the sleigh.
That's
and the
beautiful.
Nice. That's really good, isn't it? It's really, really simple. and effective. And is there a sentiment going on that one, or is that staying?
Yeah, that one's got the one on the back, the believe in magic.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, isn't it?
The one I'm really proud of is the rustic wreath.
Oh, now look at that. That's beautiful. So how have you coloured that up?
I've done that again with the I've done the pigment ink is the twilight grey, and I hadn't cleaned my glass mat properly, so it picked up some of a purpley colour, and it's actually worked quite well.
That's a really lovely combination, actually. And it's difficult to see that true colour over the internet, I know, as well. So maybe later you can get a picture of that, so we can put it onto our Facebook page as well, so we can see that, because I can see how subtle that colouring is on that one.
Put one of those sentiments inside. Done that in the twilight grey as well.
But you're going to be moving some of those sentiments to the front of your cards after today as well, aren't you?
Now, yes,
definitely. Are you a fan of embossing folders, Emma?
I wasn't to start with, but once you started sort of bringing out these ones with the Christmas ones, I just had to have those.
They're great. And have you got gilding waxes, or do you go for inks more?
No, I've got a few inks. They're going on my Christmas list. I haven't got any gilding waxes yet, but I can see how they work. But I do like the lifting the sparkle pen off with the water. I think that's worked really well. I'm quite impressed.
That's a really, really good idea. Right, I'll be back. I've just got to do a little bit of running through things. I'll be back in a little while, Emma.
Okay.
We'll go through the embossing folders right now. These are all of your Christmas embossing folders. They're absolutely beautiful. So I'll take you through the 6 that we've got in the show there for you. So there's Deck the Halls, which is, I just love just how bold that font is. You've got Merry and Bright. Again, I think that's my second favourite. It's that font. I want everything written in that font, even for Christmas, for any other time of the year as well. You've got your wreath there as well, which is beautiful, your rustic wreath. We've got the ornate Christmas tree. Again, superb in anything metallic. Isn't that beautiful? And you've also got your elegant poinsettia. Lovely, £30, $47 for that entire collection. It's always been very, very popular, by the way. The one that Emma was showing there on her demonstration, that used to be in that bundle, but our bundle is dwindling as the weeks go on. Right, let me show you what else is in the show as well, because we've got amazing, amazing offers on tri-blends for you. We've got 6 packs of tri-blends, £17.99, $26.95. Now, the great thing is the curation of the colour families has all been done for you. So you can see they've all got sort of kind of themes, these packs, to them, like natural blends and exotic blends there with those lovely fiery Mexican colours, coastal blends, jewel shades as well. I mean, really, really lovely. They're great. So go and have a good look through those. You'll find them under where you're watching us right now if you're on the website and shopping the show. We've also got the Dotty tape pens are back. Listen, we could offer them one by one, but you would be buying them in at least 4s or 6s or 12s anyway. So here is your 4-pack with a nice little special offer. It's basically 4 for the price of 3 here, isn't it? £14.97, $20.85. It's always nice to have something a bit free, isn't it? So for every 4 of those you buy, you get 1 free, which is wonderful, isn't it? Or for every 3 of those, you get 1 free. You know what I mean, don't you? You're only paying for 3, you're getting 4. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. Good, I've worked that out. Right, let's go to Lois now. Now, Lois is a big and beautiful, totally Tiffany, capacious bag. This is a big tote, isn't it? So this is when the shows are back on and whatever, and you go around and you're having a little secret squirrel through the shows and things like that, you're definitely going to need that with you. If you've got your big 12 by 12 paper pads, that looks like, I don't have it actually physically here, well, it would fit the 12 by 12 pads, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely, because you could stack them up like a little library, couldn't you? And the great thing is you can see everything that's in it. Really gorgeous storage there. £15.20, $19.70. Terry's busy. Oh, Terry's always busy because she holds the illustrators, the classics, and the tri-blends as well. So the taller markers and the shorter markers as well as inks and other bits and pieces as well. But she's just perfect for markers. She really is. Oh, she's lovely, our Terry. £4.49, $7.19 for our Terry. Our Terry. Sound like an hour Silla. Let's move on to the Make a Statement stamp and dies. That's the alphabet Make a Statement. And remember, that's the stamps as well, which have those lovely, that they all have that nice continuation from that letter. So what I'm trying to spit out is, for instance, H will have a stamp on there which says happy, for you to put that H at the beginning of happy. Simple as that. So you get all of the numbers there, all of the letters, and the ampersand, and 10 sheets of your royal blue glitter card there as well. £150, $160. That is flying out of the Purple Kingdom today. I'm not surprised at all. You can buy the letters individually and as a multi-buy as well if you want. You can see all the options on the website. Now, back to our meaning of Christmas stamps as well. These are just awesome. Don't forget, they do come with your ink pad as well, which is, I forgot to tell you right at the very beginning. Not only are you getting all of those massive stamps, but you are also getting your ink pad included in there as well, which is really, really amazing value for money. Everything's amazing value for money. And it is your quick dry smoked pearl ink that you get with that, as if the stamps weren't enough. £68, $90. Amazing. We love you so much here at Crafters Companion. And here is as well your Floral Sentiment stamp and die collection for Christmas. Over 80 elements included there. So you've got the big words, you've got the florals, you've got all the Christmas deers and stars and snowflakes and baubles and everything else. All the elements you could possibly want for Christmas. And if you want one or two ideas, some inspiring ideas, our design team have been going wild on these, Debbie, haven't they? Oh,
absolutely. Like they always do. Every single time we ask them, they just really knock it out of the park, because these are fabulous. These are our cascading, so these go downwards. A lot of feedback that we got from customers over the last couple of years was they want to see the words going down. They want to see them cascading, and that's what this set of dies and stamps actually do. So I'll show you a few samples, then I'll show you exactly what it is that you're getting. But you can see the beautiful sentiment there that's in the middle is that cascading feature. It has the solid stamp and then it has the die to match. And then you've got some decorative stamps that this is where you can make your background. And again, when we're talking about quick, easy Christmas crafting, this is going to be another go-to, because these make really beautiful features. Look how glorious those stamps are. Those stamps are almost like layering stamps as well, so you can layer two different ones on top of each other, and I'll show you a little bit more in a moment. But honestly, these are fabulous. And again, lots of quick, easy cards to make here. You've got, cards, talking of cards, bottle toppers. Exactly what you can do. Decorate a bottle topper. Instead of having to go out and buy a bag, stick one of these bottle toppers on the top there.
I've never, ever seen one of those before, a bottle topper.
Oh, well, some of our design team members love making them, because we have quite a few through the collection. Stick with us, kid, and you'll get to see something really well. Now, look at this. This is a beautiful sample, full of decorative background, and then that lovely sentiment that's in the middle. And again, this is one of my favourites. I love this one. That beautiful snowflake feature is the background stamps that create that lovely background paper, and then you've got that focal word there as well. And honestly, they're so easy to use. They really are. Each single set will come like this. So you get that solid stamp here. So you could use a stamp on its own if you wanted to, and you don't have to do anything with the die. But you've got the die that cuts out as well, that over the top. And then you've got different ones here, which mean you've got all the bits that you can customize. So by that, this is We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We've got Christmas Never Ends. For some people, it doesn't. We've got The Magic of Christmas. We have From Your Home to, From Our Home to Yours. And then we have, of course, Merry on there. So you can customize it what you want to say. But they're very easy to use. Now, the way I use them when I'm using both of them, and this is just Debbie's top tip. And don't forget as well, these are going to go through said mini that Debbie was looking for a moment ago. I'm just going to pop them onto there, and I'm bringing this in. I'm taking some white stamping card. This is the way I prefer to do this, is where I die cut that outer image first. So I'm going to run that through. And then I'm going to take my ink and stamp over the top, Derek. And that's just because I can line it up a little bit better. And I'll show you that in a moment, what I mean by that. So let me just move that out of the way for a second. Pop that onto there. And then let me just poke out with my little pokey tool all the centre bits, because we don't want those in. So let's get rid of those.
Can I tell you some gossip, Debbie, while you're doing that?
You can tell me some gossip. I love a bit of gossip.
Well, we love some gossip, don't we? Jan in Essex, here in the UK, she ordered the giftable boxes that Sarah and I launched only yesterday.
Yes.
She's received them today.
Never.
She is over the blooming moon.
Oh my goodness, that is a super fast delivery service.
Isn't it?
And on a weekend.
I know.
Oh my
Brilliant.
days. That's amazing, Derek. That's amazing. They're absolutely gorgeous, though. I love them. Love them. Just got a little bit upset because I wanted to get older. Mind you, is there still some left in stock, Derek? Because I might have to go and get myself some. I love them. Absolutely. Now you can see that's my solid die cut there that's being cut out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up this. Now I'm going to use pigment ink again, because again I could use this with my clear embossing powders if I wanted to. But I'm going to keep it nice and plain. But I am using the Midnight for this one. It is a glorious colour. And then all I'm going to do, now you're going to have to excuse me while I just bend over for a second. So I'm going to line that up and I'm going to place that in, make sure I've got it all lined up properly, and press that down. And that is as simple as that is. And you lift that off and you've got that perfectly designed in the centre there. So that is my sentiment done, Derek.
How awesome.
As easy as that. But we've also got a set of stamps, decorative stamps. Now, I'm using the Winter Wonderland for these. Now, these are glorious. Let me just show you what you get on here. You get all those lovely stags and you get those beautiful snowflakes as well. So, and there's even some presents. And can I just tell you as well that these layer up. So this present has got a bow. Stamp it up into a different colour, layer it over the top, and it's a lovely complete design. Let me just show that you can see there. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
And then you've got your little bow on the top as well. Absolutely love them. They are fabulous. So I'm going to take a piece, and I say I've took a piece of A4 card. I've made myself my own little box using my scoreboard, Derek. I have got some measurements. Would you like to know the measurements if I just glance down at my little notes?
Yes, please.
So this is an A4 piece of card. Now, if I just hold that up here, I'll just explain what I've done so that you can see it. We'll go on to this other area here where you can see them. I've scored this on the long side, and when I say long side, I mean this way. So landscape, I think is the word we look at. Yep, so landscape. So I've scored it at 2 3/4 inches, at 5.5 inches, at 8 1/4 inches, and at 11 inches. Okay, and then on the short side, and that means portrait ways, so you can see them. I've got a couple of score lines here. I've scored at 1 3/8 as well. So can you see there? You've got all those little score lines in, and then literally I've got everything ready. And all I've done is I've just taken my scissors, slit all the way down there, taken off my little corner pieces so that this will fold nice and neatly. And you've made yourself your own little, it's almost like a bottle bag, little bottle one. Literally you fold them up and fold that down. However, it's a bit plain at the moment, Derek, and I don't want plain. I want a little bit of decoration. So what better way to decorate your own box is with a set of stamps. So I've got, let's have a look. So I'm going to put a little snowflake on here. Let me get my little stamping platform. Let me take off, where's my tissue paper gone again? I've done it again, Derek. I've put the tissue paper down and I've lost it. Let me just clean my stamp off. Let me put my stamp back onto it. It's right, I tell you what, I'll clean up in a bit. I'll just pop it on there for now. But let's take, there it is, my snowflake. So again, I'm going to use my Midnight. So I pop my Midnight on there. And again, just remember, these have got an open drying time on here. So this means you could add your embossing powders, your clear embossing powders, and add your own colours. So again, I'm just going to decorate this all the way through my box. And I'll just carry on doing that a few times, Derek. I'll go and grab another couple of colours. We've got any comments that we can read?
Yes, I
have,
have, because there's a big discussion going on YouTube at the moment with our social superstar team about which colour gilding wax is the best one, because obviously we've seen on the embossing folders a lot of those samples were finished off with gilding wax. Bernie says silver's pretty. I think my favourite is king gold though, but it depends on the colour of the item I'm working on. Janine says silver's my favourite and I only wear silver jewellery too. And Angie says the Empire gold, it's the brightest gold. Someone was asking a question. I suppose this has never really been asked before, and I'm hoping there's a relatively quick answer, Debbie, because I don't want to throw you too off piece, so to speak. But what is a gilding wax?
What is gilding wax?
Yeah.
It's a super soft wax, and I say super soft, it's very soft to touch. It was initially made for furniture. It's a French company, Pebio, and they initially made it for, do you know, things like wooden frames and things like that, Derek?
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of thing they made it for, so that they could enhance the wood, and you get that lovely sheen. What we bring it into is crafting, and we use it over embossing folders. You can paint with it, but honestly, there's all sorts you can do with it. In fact, can I grab a pot? Because I've got a little
of course
pot
you can.
here
Does that mean that we could, you know, when we're upcycling
Yes.
furniture, you can use it with that?
Absolutely. Now, you only need a very, very small amount, Derek. And again, let me just show you there. This is the silver one that we have on, but there's 4 golds. You've got Empire Gold, Renaissance Gold, King Gold, and Antique Gold, and then a silver.
Yeah.
They smell amazing as well.
Oh, they do.
You need a tiny, tiny little bit onto the finger, and to apply that, it's literally the softest consistency you will ever find in a wax, and it buffs up beautifully. But the argument is, what's your favourite colour? I'm like this. It depends on my mood, because I love King Gold one day. I love Empire Gold the next day. Antique Gold, always going to be a favourite of mine. But something that you can take into your crafting on many, many levels. So yes, absolutely love the gilding waxes for
Sorry,
that
an extra 10-second supplementary just coming from Shannon on Facebook to ask you, Debbie. Shannon says, I'll be making cards with bright red and green. So what do you think would be the best gilding wax for that combination?
Oh, so a warm gold, maybe Renaissance gold. That would look quite nice. I think that might be a nice choice there.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, because red and green are quite warmish colours, aren't they?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, I think, mind you, that's just a personal choice again. Do you know, if you could stretch to it, and I know this sometimes I always do think it's not for everybody, but if you could stretch to get in a couple of golds and a silver, you're good to go. Or get all of them. It's a shame. We might have to have a word one day and just tell them that we need to have a talk to the powers that be and see if we can get a bundle together on them all at one point, because I think they're absolutely fabulous, and as I have the whole set, I just think would be amazing. Now I'm going to just go and grab another colour, Derek. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Well, there's a lot of running around going on in today's show, is it? It's brilliant, is it? I am loving it. Keep letting us know as well. I mean, if you've got experience with those kind of colour combinations, which gilding wax you use, or what your favourite is. For me, I have to say, I think I really love the Renaissance. I just think there's something so rich and gorgeous and varied about it. I'm always really naturally attracted to that one. It's beautiful. So we have our snowflakes, and now we're adding some
some
reindeer.
little stags and reindeers. Got a few on there. We've got quite a few, because there's 3 choices on there. So you've got some really lovely ones. But what I'll show you, rather than me carry on doing all of these, because this is what I call like a scene builder. You can build your own scenes with these. This is like a leaping reindeer, isn't it? A little leaping stag, leaping reindeer. Is it a reindeer?
Yeah, they do leap,
Look like he's
they?
flying through the air. I love him. He's just glorious. But there's so many of these that you can use to literally make your own background papers with, and I think they're absolutely sensational. They're beautiful, and I love this effect that you can get. So I'm just building this up, Derek, while I'm busy away here. So any more comments while I just
beautiful.
carry on?
I love that. Actually, I wonder if we can hook up with Emma and just speak to her while we're watching you. You actually work away there, because Emma, you've got, well, I'll just wait for Emma to appear as if I imagine. There she is. You've got some of this collection, haven't you? The Floral Sentiment collection. It's quite fun and versatile, isn't it?
Oh, I've had real fun with it. I've really enjoyed working with these. Yes. Would you like to see some of the things I've made?
Oh, go on then. Yes, please.
Well, I can just show you a couple. I've got 4 things here, but I can just show you a couple if you like.
Well, show me everything, because we're not far off the end of the show. How quickly has 2 hours gone, for heaven's sake?
No. Right, so I've used the Mary with the snowflakes on this one.
Beautiful. I like that mix of the colours as well.
Yeah,
And have you
and
used
then
so how have you created the subtlety in the background there? Because some are much bolder. Oh, okay,
So-
right. So that's just a later generation print, is it, from the...
Yeah, so I've literally just stamped it twice. So
Oh,
it gets
cool.
the paler version.
Oh, I love it. That's clever. Do you
Yeah.
know what? I'm learning so much as I go along from absolutely everybody. I feel like a sponge. Like when I go home, I'm absolutely shattered because I feel like a sponge that's absorbing all of this knowledge every single day. What else have you got there? Oh, there's a little bag going on there. What's
A
that?
little bag with the
Oh, a
just put a
jolly
little-
bag.
jolly bag, yeah.
Look at that. That's lovely. I love that. I love that detail in the background with the cones and everything. That's
And
really
I've
cool.
Done a joy on a card.
That's really nice. That's a lovely colour combination as well as that really sort of classic paper. That's a paper, is it, in the background there as well?
Yes, it's off the Chloe paper pad that was on a short time ago, the Christmas one. It had on offer.
Gorgeous.
And then
Which-
I've made this morning.
Oh, would you look at that? That really is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just so bold. Emma, listen, while you're here with us again, because I can never resist the opportunity for a gossip. I know my producer's going to go mad at me. We need to move on. We need to move on. But what's your favourite kind of thing to craft in general? I know we're talking Christmas today, and all of those are amazing. But what's your favourite time of the year to craft, or your favourite type of crafting?
I normally do like birthday cards mostly, and occasionally a thank you card. But I've never really done a lot of Christmas cards because a lot of people that I work with don't send them. So I just sort of make family ones. Although I couldn't this last Christmas because I was not very well, so I've not made Christmas cards for a while. But I've really enjoyed using these ones that I got sent.
Has it given you some new inspiration as well, seeing...
Definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very different, aren't they, as well? I love the styling of these, because sometimes you think, oh, Christmas, surely it's all been done. And then something, and then Crafter's Companion, literally, like the day after, you're like, oh my word, I have to have that in my life.
And then just for a little play, I just
Oh, just
on
move that joy one to the middle. Oh, how cool is that?
it's the quick box that we've been showing, with the A4 card.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And then I've done 2 at the A5, which is the half the A4. Just made a quick tag. And again,
Love those.
that's
It's a good job Joe's not here, Emma, because he'd be after those tags,
know,
as well you know.
Use the Chloe paper pad to make those.
Ah, gorgeous. So you've got a good old stash there to work with.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Got to be done, isn't it? Are you making regular additions to your stash as well as most people? Come on, you can confess to me. We're all friends here.
Yes, I've started rationing myself watching Crafters TV.
Yeah. It's you start with good intentions with rationing yourself, but that really is going to, that will never last for long. Look at me. I look so well tanned, like on that split screen there. Don't I look like I've been away to Barbados for 3 weeks. I've only been around the corner. Emma, we're going to check back in with you in a wee while because Debbie was, just creating some amazing wonders over there. How far are we up to, Debbie?
Oh, well, I've decorated everything while you've been busy chatting there. So I've decorated the rest. I've popped on my little stamp because I wanted to centralise my actual sentiment just to lift that off. So I popped that in the background, just added a few more snowflakes, but you can see how lovely that's looking and give myself a little bit of a background. So let's just stick it together. So I've taken some tape. I'm just going to run that down here and then I'm just going to fold this over and match that up just to the edge to edge. So that creates my little box. Now, we've got lots of boxes that are on the website as well. So I do believe maybe tomorrow there may be a box or 2 on as well.
I think
so
there
if you're
might
not
be.
confident making your own boxes, Derek, don't worry, we've got you covered tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And because we've got those covered as well. So I'm just going to pop myself on to cover up all those neat, what I call the gubbins. I've just created myself a little panel at the bottom because I just want to give it an extra little bit of strength as well. So if I just pop that on the bottom, there you go. And then I'm going to do exactly the same. And I could put another one inside as well to strengthen it, depending on how strong you want your bottom to be.
Do you know what that size box would be perfect for, Debbie?
What would this be perfect for?
Well, what does everyone buy each other at Christmas?
What do they buy each other at Christmas, Derek? Oh, of course. Yes, I never
Posh
thought
perfume.
of that. Absolutely. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape just down. Let me go get a little bit on that side as well, because I want to stick this down. So I want to fill it first, but I want to stick it down for the purpose of this demonstration. And then again, I'm just going to cover it. But this is what you could do. Seal it all up. Get your goodies inside. Seal it all up. You've got yourself a nice decorated box, and I'm just going to put a little bow with my hot glue gun, which is back in stock as well. A hot glue gun, add my little bow just on the top. And there we go. And then lastly, I'm going to take some 3D cloud glue and I'm going to make my sentiment pop even more, because don't forget we've got this die cut feature. And I'm going to just go over the top of there. And now I've got myself lovely gift box ready to send to somebody. And I've got all that lovely decoration. Didn't cost me a penny, because it was my stamps that created the whole of that background paper. And there you go. Fabulous, versatile dies and set of stamps that are really going to make Christmas crafting very easy.
Merry Christmas. I tell you what, Debbie, what you need to do next also is formulate your own fragrance and make a Christmas edition. And there's the box to sell it. What would your favourite fragrance, your favourite combination of fragrances be? What would it smell like?
Well, my favourite perfume's Coco Mademoiselle when I'm flush. I remember my daughter bought me a bottle a few years ago. I've just run out. But it'd be something sweet and floral. Actually. Bit sweet like candy floss, bit like me.
Ooh.
Fluffy and sweet.
Oh, that's nice. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? I feel compelled to say that other fragrances are available.
Oops, yes.
No, it's all right, it's fine. It's fine, we're on the internet. I'm sure it doesn't count quite the same way. Anyway, I'll say it just in case. Right, let's have a look at your floral sentiment collection then, which is, again, absolutely glorious. It's so busy on the website for this. I'm not surprised. I think people are really now going and having a good scroll through and seeing that not only do you get the big words, but the lovely stamps that go with those, but so many of those, things like the stags and the snowflakes and the Christmas ornaments stamp set that we didn't even yet see in more detail. You'll see it when you go and have a look at the website. These are so awesome and so versatile as well. Really, really popular. And I love the way those words are a little bit quirky, because when you have the word Noel and it just goes from left to right, it can look a little bit twee and a little bit old-fashioned. Do you know what I mean? Having the letters kind of stacked on top of each other, I think really does make a difference. Right, let's go back to the very beginning. Talking of stamps and mega stamps, this is really busy on the website right now. It's the Real Meaning of Christmas stamp collection. Over 50 stamps in this collection, and I don't mean little tiny, sort of coin stamps. I mean huge, awesome statement headline stamps. And it's interesting as well, because these are so versatile, as we found out purely by osmosis through the show as well, actually, because Debbie's first demonstration on this was actually making a real feature headline that popped out from one of these stamps on the front of a card. And then Emma, our guest on the Craft House today, she was using them on the inside as the actual sort of verse for a stamp. So it makes them doubly versatile, because pardon the pun, because you can do the same. So let me run you through those as well, because you've got 50 altogether it's 50 elements, isn't it? So on the Magic of Christmas, you've got 6 enormous stamps going on there. They're so versatile. And actually those people who are buying individually or in a multi-buy as well, that is the most popular set, called the Magic of Christmas, which has got lots in there. What does that one on the top right say? You will never be too grown up to hang on, I'll read that. May you never be too grown up to search the skies on Christmas Eve. How amazing, how beautiful. The next selection, of course, if you're going for the bundle, you're getting all of these, but you can multi-buy as well. This one is Snowflakes Are Kisses. So 8, again, really, really sizable stamps there. Aren't they awesome? They're really brilliant, and they come on these ring-bound pages as well with the acetate over the top, so they're very, very easy to get into a folder for you. Then we've got Peace and Joy. It's all Christmas related. Love that. Second most popular for those people going for the multi-buys on this one. May your Christmas be blessed, peace on earth. I mean, that as a headline for one of those cards. You know when you get an old embarrassing picture of someone at Christmas long time ago. There's a very old embarrassing picture of me sat on, you know, when you get taken to see Father Christmas, he gives you a little present. Well, that's fine at the time when the picture is taken and you stand there and smile. And then 30 years later, you look back on it and think, oh no, not that jumper again. I'm not bringing that picture out either. I can't remember what I asked for or whether I got it, to be honest with you. It's probably a yo-yo back in the day, I would imagine. I had simple pleasures back in those days, let me tell you. Warmest wishes is this one, which is beautiful, and I love that. Anything that says warm at winter time, you just receive in a different way, don't you? It feels a lot more heartfelt, doesn't it? Which is beautiful. I love it. You've got Believe in Magic. So again, 8 big stamps on that one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes this season. Oh, that sounds like a Michael Bublé song, doesn't it? This Christmas. And you've also got the spirit of Christmas as well, which, again, I love. Let the spirit of Christmas bring you joy. Have a wonderful Christmas. Christmas is love with all of the trimmings. Actually, I'll have you know, Director Matt, that Emma, who our special guest today, was complimenting me on my singing only just before we came on air. I wasn't booked for my singing voice. I was booked for my body. So we'll move on to the alphabet next then, shall we? The make a statement alphabet. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. This is brilliant. Now, we're going to see another little demonstration with this because this has been so popular. I love my idea, by the way, of die cutting these onto vinyl, running that through your Xyron and actually decorating, you know, your business van with your business name and details. I think that's a great idea. Now, remember, this has over 175 elements, which is all the letters of the alphabet with their stamps and their statements that come with each letter. All of the numbers. It's the only way to get the numbers in the bundle here. And the ampersand. And you've got the 10 sheets of royal blue glitter card. Now, do you want to know an interesting fact, Debbie Robinson?
Go on then, tell me, fill me in.
Well, there are people who are buying the multi-buys on the Make a Statement alphabet, which is all of the letters. So you can buy, what is the multi-buy? So you can buy $5.99 each or $7.95 each, or any 3 for £15 or $20. The most popular letter today when people are buying the individuals is an X.
Really?
Now, does anyone know? Anyone? Now, there's one name, isn't it? Is it
Xander.
Xavier?
And there's Xander as well. So you can just spell Xander with an X.
Yes, there is. But I don't know many people whose names start with an X. So maybe it's lots of big kisses going around the world.
Well, there is kisses on that stamp set as well, Derek. So perhaps that's what it is. It's that little bit of love that they're going for. And yes, I mean, alphabets for me anyway. If you can't stretch the whole, think of what you're going to use the most of. Perhaps buy a couple of sets. If considered purchase, the bigger show, buying the whole lot. Obviously, get the more value when you buy the whole lot and you get everything in there. But you could do a couple of configurations. Deb or Des. Because I call my cousin's called Derek. We call him Des. So D-E-Z.
I didn't know you knew another Derek, Debbie, because there's not many people, not many Dereks around, are there?
No, I know a couple actually. I do know a couple. Yeah,
well, there you go.
But yeah, so configuration, just think of what it is that you want. And if you can stretch the whole bundle, this is where the best value is, because you get absolutely everything for there. And we know already that there's quite a few of you that have done that as well. So let me show you. Let's go back before I show you some amazing samples of exactly what it is that you're getting. So you can see this gorgeous decorative letter there. T for Tasha, T for Tanya. They're my two daughters' names. T for a set of stamps there that are going to work as well. So you've got Hanks. You're probably thinking, well, that's a little bit weird. But when you put the T in front of it, what do you get, Derek?
Thanks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Or
Not Hankst. We get thanks. Or one of these days I'll learn the right way around.
Remember,
but honestly,
Debbie, your watch is on the left.
I just can't get to grips with it. What is it? How many months have I started? I've been with Crafters Companion 4 years this month. I can't actually believe that, but I've been with the TV team since last New Year. And I can't believe I've still not mastered which is left and which is right on a TV screen. One day. But you can see now you've got all these extra stamps on there so you can customise this. So thanks for being you, Derek. Thanks for your kindness. Thanks a bunch. I just think, again, a really lovely play with the stamps, but you've got this statement, the statement T, which means you could do this. You could spell out the word thanks, THANKS, and you could have a really big statement card as well. So let's show you how easy they are to use. I'm going to bring back my mini for a second. Pop that down there. I'm going to pop on a piece of cardstock, and I've just got a random piece of cardstock here from somewhere I've pinched in the craft room, as you do. So I'm just going to take that down though, and I'm going to place that through my mini. So let's put that through. And again, it could not be any easier to use, Derek. It's so easy. And because they are small, if you're only wanting to do that one, don't bother grabbing your big machine out. Just literally pop your mini out and just roll them through. That's all you need to do. So
it's really good. So if you want to rattle off a lot of letters,
yes,
the bigger the name, or you make your own banners for Christmas, or if you're having a special celebration, happy, even if it's somebody with a very unusually spelt name, there are lots of names are very unusually spelt. My name could be spelt so many different ways. I mean, even here at Crafters Companion, and I'll forgive everyone for doing it. I mean, I'm just Derek. But I've seen on emails Derrick, Deryck, Derik. There's so many different ways that you could spell it and can spell it. But if you're doing lots of letters at the same time, the mini is just perfect for that, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. Now I'm taking off my stamps that I want to use as well. So I'm going to bring back in my fuchsia ink pad that I've been using. So making sure, and just take your time a little bit when you are using your solid stamp to make sure you got it the right way around. Debbie, when she was at Create and Craft, stuck it the wrong way around on her acrylic pad, and I ended up with a splodge, not a T.
Oops.
A splodge. And we don't want a splodge. So literally I'm just going to ink up all this with my pigment ink pad. Again, you could use your embossing powders if you want to give it a real enamelled finish. But what I just want to do is pop that just all the way down. Let me cover all that. Lift that off, and I've got my nice solid background to lay on top now my word there. Can you see? So that literally matches. It fits perfectly. So if you haven't, that first demonstration, I actually popped it on there and die cut around it. But this time, I'm actually just sticking it onto the back of a decorated piece there. So that's that part done. And then all I've done is I've taken my thanks, or Hanks, as we say in the business, or a bunch. And again, I'm just going to place it on. And again, this is what I do when I'm lining it up. And let me just bring this in for a second. Let me just pop that down there for just a second. That'll do. So I'm going to have that there, and then a bunch just on that one. And that's all I'm going to do is stamp these out. And again, let's just place that on for a second. Let's just do that again and ink that back up. Now you could use your quick dry ink pads, you could use your water reactive ink pads, you could use your pigment ink pads and add your clear embossing powder to get a real beautiful effect. But again, I'm just going to stamp that on, and then I'll just repeat that again with the other one, Derek. So I've got it all ready, and I'll do exactly the same with the bunch. So I'll just bring in the ones that I've done earlier.
Can I just tell you something, Debbie?
Of course.
There's a conspiracy going on our social media right now.
Really?
Yes, our social media team, no names, no pack drill, have said in the comments, who wants Derek to sing us his favourite Christmas carol? Maybe if we get enough requests, he will. And they're all coming through as well. Moscato Creations. Oh, yeah, he must do that. Shannon, I want to hear We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Bernie says, I would love to hear Derek sing a Christmas carol. Creative Space. Lol, I think it would be great if Derek sings his favourite carol. Sarah Brown, I would love Derek to do a song. Shadia, Derek sing, Derek sing. Valerie says, maybe they're buying for Christmas. Well, and also Janine says, please sing, Derek. We need to hear We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Well, you know, maybe that's a Christmas CD. Maybe that's an album. You'll have to design a cover for me. I'll get a Christmas jumper. I can't play the guitar, but we'll get a nice big armchair. Yeah, imagine if I could get Crafter's Companion to #1 at Christmas, Debbie.
Oh, that'd be fabulous. Absolutely, it would be fabulous. With your beautiful voice, I'm sure it would.
Dream on.
Now then, I've popped, let's go back to me what I was doing.
Yes.
So I've literally popped that onto the background there. So now I've got my tea ready. I've got my hanks all ready as well. And I've got a bunch. And I'm just going to bring it in. Now, you've seen our Sarah make these cards. Oh, how many times have we seen her do these cards? Because they are so lovely. I love a Z fold card. So there is tutorials on the website. And again, all it is a piece of cardstock cut to your desired size. So this was a 5x7 initially, and scored down the centre of the other half, and then taken a couple of inches off here, so that I've got now my base. And it literally is a case of folding that back, so you've got that fold back on itself, and you can see exactly the same there, but it wouldn't work the same way that way, Derek. It doesn't have the same effect. So you literally just flop that around, and that is how you create your Z fold card. A double Z fold card is something a little bit bigger, so it takes up quite a bit. This is just a traditional Z fold card, and all I'm going to do is decorate it with some papers that I have had already matte and layered. So we're going to pop this just onto here, and you think of all the different things that you've got in your crafty stash of how you could decorate this. I'm choosing quite a florally one for this one, but think of all your papers that you have, think of all your inky backgrounds that you make, that you pop to one side saying I'm going to use them one day. Get them out of your stash, get using them. So again, let's pop that, centralize that onto there. And then I'm going to just, before I stick the card together, I'll just move that to one side. I'm going to pop these already in. So let's just, again, little bit of tape all the way around. And make sure you do it the right way, Debs. There we go. Pop that on. And then the same with, have I centralised that, Derek? Oh, Derek, I'm not happy with that. Have I stuck it down? Is it too late? Have I pressed it down too hard where I can... Sound effects. Thank goodness I didn't press that down. Perhaps sometimes this is when I should really use my wet glue. There we go. Now I can press it down, commit to it. There we go. Won't budge now. Right, so pop that on. Again, make sure I've got me a bunch in the right place as well. In the centre. Yeah, I'm happy with that one before. Yeah, happy with that. Commit that down. So that's all ready to go now onto my card. So again, now all I'm just going to do is connect these two ends. So it's a little bit of tape onto this side. There we go. Pop that one on. And you're probably thinking, well, Hank's a bunch. But hey ho, let's not fear. Let's get this into place. So again, I'm going to tape a little bit just down onto this side. And before I actually pop that down, I'm going to line it up so I've got that right. That looks about right. Absolutely fabulous.
That's
you
a really
need to share what our lovely producers just said, Laura, in our ear.
Really good idea. She said that could be a birthday card for Tom Hanks, because it would be his initial. It would work, wouldn't it?
It would work.
He's the only person in the world that would work for. But yeah, good idea. I like that.
I love that, Laura. That's fabulous. But all I'm going to do, Tom's going to have to wait for another card. He is. But I'm just going to put my tea just onto there. Let's pop that on. And then lastly, I'm just going to add a little, let me get that centralised again. It's not that I'm a stickler or anything, but do you know sometimes, do you know when you've gone to town getting all these ready to prep up and get ready, you just want to make sure you get it right on the night. So again, I'm just going to add a little bow just in that corner, and again, made a nice sentiment there saying thanks a bunch to Emma, and thanks a bunch to you, Derek, too.
Ah, that's lovely. That's lovely. You know, when we were talking about these letters as well, Valerie was saying earlier, and I misread her comment because I wasn't quite sure what it meant. She was talking about us talking about X being the most popular letter that's being selling individually. So Valerie said maybe they're buying the X because a lot of people say Xmas, don't they, in their cards rather than Christmas. So maybe that's why X marks the spot. Right, let's see. We've got some of your pictures as well. Actually, Michelle sent us a picture using this set. She's used the numbers there in a birthday card for a 48, because you don't often find a card specifically for a 48-year-old, do you? The numbers in between, you get all the 30s, 40s, 20s and all of those, and 21 and 18, but 48 is a bit of an odd one, isn't it? So, well, not odd, but you know what I mean. You don't get a card with those numbers on it. So now you can make your own, which is brilliant. Right, let's go and check back in. I can't believe it is almost the end of the show. Let's go back and see lovely Emma in Sleaford. Emma, will you just run us through again, just so we can see, because it's all about showcasing your amazing talent as well, because one day you'll be in the studio with us. I'm absolutely sure of it, with your work. So many comments as well. I'm sure you've seen them as well on our Facebook and YouTube, with people absolutely loving your work. So will you just show us again, just very, very quickly, what you've been doing with our wonderful products?
I will. So we've got Joy.
Beautiful.
And then inside I've used one of the big sentiments that matched up with Joy in it.
Love it.
My favourite wreath.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful. I love that one.
That's really nice.
Thank you. And then the Joy, which was had a bit of a mistake with, but it's come out really well. And then
really nicely. I'd love to see that picture on the internet of that one, so we can see that colour, how subtle that colour is. Beautiful.
Mary with the snowflakes.
There's Mary. Lovely. Love that printing on that as well. It's really nice.
Night Before Christmas.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? Very atmospheric.
And then another Night Before Christmas.
That's such a lovely colour combination as well.
Beautiful.
Listen, Emma, I'm glad you've had fun playing with the goodies, and thank you for coming on the show as well, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, is it, to suddenly be you know how many people you're in front of right now, but not just now, because they'll be watching it back forever and ever and ever, and everyone has loved your work. So please share those pictures as well, and we'll share them on our pages and everything as well. Thank you for being on the Craft House. Was it fun?
It was, and thank you very much again for asking me on.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. It was our pleasure, completely and utterly, wasn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely. You made some beautiful things, Emma. And it's lovely to see as well. You said you've only been crafting for a small time. It's just lovely to see what you've created with these glorious products. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And you said you made a mistake. No such thing as a mistake in crafting, Emma. No such thing. We've got a happy accident is what we call it. You'll soon come to terms with the lingo. So thank you very much for joining us, Emma. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Emma. Lots of love. We'll see you back on here on Crafters TV another time soon, I'm sure.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Take care. See you later. Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. We love it when you get involved. And listen, if you want to get involved, I want you to drop us an email, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Debbie, we're having a foodie Christmas morning tomorrow, aren't we?
Oh, we are. And I'm so excited. Perhaps I've shown you too much there. But we've got a fabulous show lined up in the morning at 11 o'clock. All about Santa and his kitchen.
Santa and food together. Now that sounds like my kind of combination. Make sure you are with us 11 o'clock tomorrow in the UK, 6 a.m. Eastern time, which means it's 3 a.m. on the West Coast as well, isn't it? You can do it. You can do it. You are a hardcore, wonderful audience. From everyone here in the studio, thank you so much for your company. We'll see you on Sunday. I'm with Debbie and Craig tomorrow, and you hopefully too. Take care. Lots of love.